I'm just here to tell you to go to booth 404 and buy my book.
At Bronycon in Baltimore. And I really want to thank all of you for coming. I know a lot of you have traveled very far. And I like to do panels Q&A because I know you guys have a lot of questions. But I want to start with Emma and Anna. Are you guys here? There you are. So a few months back, Anna emailed my voiceover agent and said that her sister was bullied and having a really hard time, and had very bad thoughts, and was hospitalized, and felt alone in Brussels. So I recorded her a voice message, and Anna said that really cheered her little heart, and then I saw her art, and she's amazing. And I really believe that bullying cannot survive when there's a community of love. And I love every one of you, and we all love you, Emma. And I checked on her a few months later, and Anna said she was doing so-so. I said, bring that girl to Bronycon. Because I felt like if you were with all your people, you'd know that you weren't alone. And so Anna's like, we can afford that. So I said, do a GoFundMe, and you guys all made it happen. So I want you to all give yourselves a round of applause, and then I want Spam to come on stage.
Follow the cute girl.
She actually saved my life yesterday because I accidentally bought the wrong day for Hamilton tickets. Yeah, no, she was like, I was having a nervous breakdown. She's like, don't worry, we'll help you, we'll make it work. Blah, 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 blah. I know that there's lots of bullied people all over the world, and I really think that making people feel loved could save a life, and I think you all really did. So get up here, lady. She's not beautiful. Do you know there's like 1,000 guys that are dating right now? I have a couple presents for you too. First of all, there's a lot of people that had said they're excited to meet you and they drew you pictures and sent you letters. And I'm regifting this from a fan from a few years ago. Apologies, but I do have a Twiley, and I signed Derpy's tail for you. Aww. Because she might not be perfect, but nobody is, and everybody still loves her. And I want you to know that every kid in my school that was bullied are super successful, like studio heads now. And amazing artists and creative people. And I want you to know that you're beautiful inside and out, and you can achieve anything that you want. And I always want you to remember this moment with this whole room of people loving you. sister who put it out there. She said I was her angel, but I said you're hers for reaching out. That's not my chair. This one with the really high one. Okay, let's do Q&A. Who's got, is someone chasing people with a mic? Okay, good. Ren. Or do you want to have a lineup? What's better? 2 lines? Okay, let's do 2 lines.
Hey, if you wouldn't mind forming 2 lines, we do want kids in the front of the line, please. So anyone that is a child under the age of 13, please come to the front of the line.
Also, everyone's asking me what my OC's name is. And I never really thought of that. I just called it the Terrapony.
Okay,
But I'll take suggestions because she's so darn cute. I had an idea, maybe mix Kiki and Ollie, the 2 girls that I've been raising money for cancer, and call her Keely. Oh no, I thought that was kind of cute, but I'm open to suggestions.
Yeah. Not just,
Is that Mom? Is that your mom? Hi, Mom.
Also,
Thank you for coming and bringing your girls.
I don't have a fitting question for Carla, so I can't go.
Who's first?
I'm not going to question.
So, Tara, if you were your OC pony, what would your OC pony name be instead of Twilight Sparkle?
What would my OC pony name be? Where are you? Oh, there you are. That's what I was just asking you guys. Do you have an idea? Do you guys like Keely? Is that cute? Like Kiki mixed with Ollie. If you're on my Twitter, you know that I raised money for a little girl named Kiki who obviously passed away. She was my son's friend's little sister. She was a brave warrior for years. The Bronies raised $150,000 for her and her family. Yeah. And you know what? We didn't save her, but her dad had the gift of saying he tried everything, and that's a huge gift. And everybody giving love from all over the world. So that's Kiki. And Ollie is still with us. Also my son's friend, she's 14 with lung and brain cancer. So I thought maybe Keely put those 2 together. Anyway, I'm still saying suggestions. Go with that. You like it? Yeah! Who's next?
How many voices, like characters in shows, movies, or video games have you done?
Probably 300 billion.
Any off the top of your head besides like the most like iconic ones like Raven and Timmy Turner and Poof and stuff, and Twilight Sparkle, of course.
Well, I could name a few. Who's your favorite that I do?
Probably Timmy Turner and Twilight.
I wish Cosmo Wanda were here. Dear Princess Celestia, what an amazing audience. They're so Twilight-licious. How dumb do I look?
Y'all want to sing? You guys want to sing Twilight-licious for me? Ready? I'm the T to the Twilight, L-I-G-H-T. And ain't no other pony strolling down like me. I'm Twilight-licious.
Do you want a mic that's too high for you? Like one of these?
Microphone malfunction.
How can you be so many characters? You're so talented.
Is that a good answer? Yeah, okay. Good, works for me.
What would your reaction be if Twilight just went like poof in front of you?
If Twilight went poof in front of me?
Magically appeared.
Oh, magically appeared. I'd probably go to the doctor and see what's wrong with me. Maybe we sing a song. Dancing with her donks. Then you guys can call the doctor for me. Should we take turns going sides?
What was your favorite funny and embarrassing moment on set for any show? Say it in your Twilight Sparkle voice.
Say it in my Twilight Sparkle.
Oh God!
There was an embarrassing moment when a little girl came into the studio and she was 10 years old and she didn't know that you could leave to go to the bathroom. So she literally stood at the mic like this.
Brown?
Pink and plain. Pink and brown.
Pink and brown. That's a good combo. I like it. Thank you. You're super cute. I really like blue. I know it's more popular for me to like purple, which I do.
But you're still my favorite color. Okay? I'll take you home later.
So are we good? So cute. Next.
All right, Tara, so my question for you is, when you're recording dramatic scenes for any show, not just My Little Pony, how do you make the dramatic scenes or the yelling and the screaming sound realistic?
Well, you know, when you're doing an on-camera performance, it's obvious if there's something crazy going on in front of you. But when you're doing the voice acting, you have to imagine it in your head. So if you don't read the script, you don't know when your line is whoa, if you're seeing a hot guy, or if you're falling off a cliff, which is important to know. So, once you know the action, I personally, and everybody has a different way of doing it, but I envision what's happening in my mind, and then I just sort of feel all those moments. Like, spoiler, in Arkham City, I really cried. I really did. It was really sad. He was my friend. So, yeah, I just sort of picture all those moments, and then the yelling and screaming you sort of learn how to do without hurting yourself. But if there's a lot of screaming for like a video game, or like Terrence from Foster's Home kind of hurt my voice after a while. He's like, you're a dweeb. Yeah, nervous. Like all day, really deep, and that hurts after a while. But you kind of learn tricks to protect your voice, but it really just comes from actually picturing yourself in those moments and being in those moments.
You're like yelling as in you're falling off a cliff or something. How would you make that realistic? Like the really long screaming.
You want me to yell for you, don't you?
Do it!
Who should I do it as? Which is weird because she can fly. You guys see this girl's shirt? Tell the room what your shirt says.
Tara is my only bubbles.
On the show, other than Twilight Sparkle, who would you want to voice?
Oh, I actually thought initially I was gonna book Pinkie Pie, because when Lauren came over, she said she's kind of like Bubbles, like really hyper and cuckoo. So that kind of would make sense for me.
What?
Did you hear it? My answer? Okay.
Thank you for answering my very important question.
You're welcome. Good job.
What is your favorite pony in My Little Pony besides Twilight out of all of them?
I hate when you guys ask these questions. I just love them all so much. They're so different and fun, and there's so many cool things about Rainbow Dash. And I mean, Rainbow Dash is probably the coolest. And Derby is the hilariousest. I love all the main six. I mean, I can't choose. But I do know that Twilight is best pony. Are we over there? Yeah. Oh, here? No, it's your turn.
Okay, I have a request for a friend then. What's it like being Harley Quinn?
I was just telling, I actually did an interview for the New York Times,
And like Harley is like exploding, so he wanted to know why it's so popular and why people love her so much. And obviously it's because she's crazy and like would do anything for love. And I said, for me it's really fun because in my real life, I feel bad if I've accidentally hurt someone's feelings. So to get in the studio and be like, I'm gonna crack on your skull, bad brain, and like really go crazy is so much fun for me. It's like somewhere to go to get out all my aggression.
Can you also say I love you, Olivia, in Harley Quinn's voice?
I love you, Olivia. You could be my friend.
Is it weird reverb or it's okay?
Hi, I'm Georgia, and I really wanted to say that I thought it was amazing what you did for that girl and how kind you were being. Thank you. Also, I was curious what character you would want to meet in real life that you voice.
Who would I want to be in? You know, I've never been asked that. Who would I want to be in real life? Gosh, that's a really tough one. Can I combine everybody? Because Timmy can have his wishes come true. Bubbles can fly and do all kinds of cool stuff like talk to squirrels, which is super important. Harley can kick some butt. Batgirl's really cool. Twilight can do some. You see what I go through every day? They're all arguing with me. They're like saying, pick me. Pick me. Pick me, whatever.
Hey there. Can you recall a time when you first got to meet and work with Eric Bauza, again, one of my biggest vocal influences, and Laura Bailey?
Yeah, Eric Bauza came in to do Fairly Odd Parents, and I said, you're gonna be a big star. And he's like, oh my God, Tara Strong, I'm such a big fan, I'm so humbled to be in the booth with you, blah, blah. And I was right. And I'm always right, by the way. Because he's just really great and humble and Canadian, like all the great voice actors. And yeah, he's a great guy.
I thought I'd point out he started out as an animator first.
Yes, he did. He's one of those rare ones that can draw and voice. I cannot, so don't ask me to draw anything.
Hi. I wanted to know who is your favorite and least favorite characters that you voice acted?
Well, I always say that my favorite was Melody from The Mermaid 2.
Yeah!
Because I don't know what little girl didn't want to be the mermaid, but to sit in the studio and sing with Jodie Benson was totally surreal, and I could have died the next day. It was amazing. My least favorite? That's a tough one. I don't really have a least favorite because I've been so lucky. Like, I keep booking these iconic characters. So maybe like a video game that I wasn't so attracted to the character, like Tiger Man Blade was really weird. Like the translation of what she was saying was weird. I don't know if you guys know this game, but there's like a scene where the character, the literal translation was, about the party in your pants? I can't come. And then the animation went like this. I'm sorry. So like, this is really weird. Yeah, maybe that. Nobody put that on YouTube.
Excuse me? Yeah. Would you rather write Twilight as an alicorn or a unicorn?
What do you like her?
I think I like her as an alicorn.
Okay, then I'll go with that.
Hi, Tara. Hi. Hi. I have a question for you. I'm pretty sure you got this question before, but I would like to know it for myself. How exactly did you audition for the voice of Twilight Sparkle before My Little Pony aired?
Well, I knew Lauren from Powerpuff Girls, and so we've been friends for many years, and
You know, if you saw the documentary that her and John worked on, this is like her world in her head that she created, which is why it wasn't just to sell toys and why so many fans are drawn to this world that came out of Lauren's brain when she was a little girl playing with ponies. And she said, are you busy? Can I come over and can you lay down some My Little Pony stuff in your studio? And I'm like, sure. And she had all these amazing drawings, and so she had me just in my home studio lay down Twilight and Pinky, and I can't remember if the third one was Rainbow or Applejack, I can't remember, but just so that she could sell the show and have the voices ready to go. And she also thought I was going to be Pinkie Pie, but she said as soon as I heard you do Twilight, I knew that you were my Twilight, so that's kind of how it goes.
Thank you.
Today is my birthday, and I'd really appreciate it if you said happy birthday in your Twilight voice.
Do you want everybody to sing it for you? Yeah. What's your name?
My name is Ivy.
Ready?
Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday to you.
Happy birthday, dear Ivy.
Spike, give her a present. Happy birthday to you.
Just kidding, Spike will get you one. It's true.
Hi. I'm Gabby.
Hi, Gabby.
What's your favorite show?
You mean to watch or that I do?
To watch.
Game of Thrones.
The king in the north! The king in the north!
The king in the north! The king in the north!
Hold the door!
That's my boyfriend.
Hold the door!
Hold the door!
Spoilers. Now.
Hi. Nice to meet you, first of all.
Bronycon is dark and full of persons.
What advice would you give to somebody who's adamant about getting into the acting/voice acting?
Adamant like you yell at people when they say no?
Determined is a better word.
Well, I always tell people to take as many acting classes as you can, because obviously, like I said before, it's about, you know, imagery and not just reading. So any scene study classes you could take, really good acting classes. I always recommend improv so that you can learn other characters, and singing lessons, even if you're not a singer, to learn your range and play around with different voices. And then if there is a good voiceover class in your neighborhood where it's someone who really knows their stuff and you can get experience in front of a mic, and then when you feel really ready, you make a demo and you submit it to your local agents and hopefully get auditioning. A good demo shouldn't really cost more than $1,000 or $2,000, so please don't spend $10,000 on a demo. I've heard of this. And please don't ever pay to audition. That is so disgusting. I hope none of you are doing that. If you're all doing that, everybody stop doing that. Because that's not how you make it in this business, and it's just not right. When you book a job, then you pay your agent 10% of that job, but you don't pay to audition.
All right, thank you very much.
You're welcome.
Hi, I just want to say that I simply loved you in the friendship game, so I was wondering if maybe you could do the voice of Midnight Sparkle.
Gosh. What did I say?
What? Do you remember one of the lines?
Unlike you, I may have the head of the Sandman before I do now.
Someone was asking me today if I remember the sweep. And I've been working on the movie, and I'm so in the movie land that I forget everything I've done. Also, you know, all the other girls are in Vancouver together, and I do like 7 episodes at a time in a row by myself. And afterwards, my brain's delirious, and I have no idea what I did. That's why I'm like, I don't know, what was my line? What was my line?
I think it was, there is more magic there, and I want to understand it all.
And like, did I just do my voice a little deeper? Maybe? What? I sounded insane? I'm totally ruining your question.
You are deranged and slightly raspy.
Do you have another question?
Okay, so, what do you like most about Twilight being a princess?
I guess I just like that she keeps growing and learning, and I think that's what we're all here for. And have you guys ever seen the movie Defending Your Life?
Yes!
That's like my favorite movie ever. And I think we are all here to learn stuff and grow. And I think they do such a great job with that on My Little Pony. And so her becoming a princess is just like the next step in her confidence and who she is and trusting in her magic and her place in the world. So it's just sort of been a nice progressive growth for that character. I can answer that one.
Hi, my name is Kamaya, and here's my question. I do my Harley voice for you, and you do your Harley voice for me.
Okay.
Hi, Puddin'.
That's pretty good. Do you want me to repeat what you say?
Yes. Hi, Puddin'. Thank you. Thank you! Is that all we're gonna do? You're just gonna leave me like this today?
Hello? Could you say Azrath Metro Synthos in your...
Did you know my Truffles voice? Oh, I've never been asked that yet. Do you have gum? No. Chowder? Mama's Catering Company, you will get way You got gum?
Tara, what do you do like to warm up before you like act as your character?
It depends what role I'm doing, and if I have to sing for something, I'll use my, I still go to singing lessons, and so I use my vocal recording that I make on my phone, and I'll just warm up my voice with vocal exercises that, you know, if you are kind of strapped for cash, and you can't take a lesson right away, you can easily download some pretty standard vocal warm-ups that will help you for a session. But a lot of times I don't warm up if I've got to do like Ben 10 or Timmy. It doesn't really matter how clear it is or how it's all flowing. So sometimes I do nothing. Okay.
Thank you.
Hi, my name is Lucas. I was wondering, what's your favorite background pony?
It's gotta be Derpy. We should make you a background pony.
Right.
What's your OC?
I don't have one.
Why not? Oh, what's your cutie mark?
I don't know. I don't have one.
We've got some work to do. Okay, go work on that.
Thanks.
Okay, get back to us. We'll wait.
Hello, our queens.
Hi.
My question is, when you were working on like other TV shows, have you ever kept your connections with other voice actors, and have you ever like talked to them and stuff?
Yes, I talk to voice actors every single day. And we're all actually great friends. You'd be hard-pressed to find someone in animation that's not a really great, sweet, genuine person. And compared to on camera, it's not about what you look like, so there's this camaraderie and this real appreciation for other people's talent. So I'd say like the longest friendship would be Cree, because she was the bad cat. Yes, Cree, give it up to Cree Summer. It was her birthday yesterday. So my first job was Hello Kitty, and she was the bad cat in Toronto. So I've known her a very long time. We're very close. And me and E.G. are really close. People think we're sisters all the time. And we're not, we're brothers and sisters.
Thank you very much.
You're welcome.
This is the very first time I ever get a chance to meet you. So, my name is Sergio Flores Jr. I'm known as the Chief 101. Normally I don't ask this, but do you ever get the opportunity to watch like any fan-related Brony stuff on YouTube?
Once in a while, but not that much. I just don't watch much anyways, except for Game of Thrones, because I'm so busy and, you know, I'm working all day and then I like to be super mom too, so I don't watch too much of it, but sometimes I'll catch things here and there. Sometimes they're scary and sometimes they're entertaining. Nice to meet you too. Okay, I'll check you out.
Hi. First, can I say it's an honor to meet you? And second of all, how did you become a voice actress?
So I knew when I was like 3 or 4 that I wanted to be singer, dancer, actress, and I kind of pushed my parents who didn't really know anything about the business to get me an agent, and then finally when I was 13 they figured out how to do it. And I booked like 3 things my first year out. One was a play, I was in the Music Man at like a dinner theater, and I booked an on-camera role on a series called TNT with Mr. T and Hello Kitty. But I did not know at that point that voiceover was going to be the main part of my career. It just sort of happened that way. Obviously, I'm very grateful because it's a midlife.
Do you have any advice for someone who's trying to become a voice actress?
Yes, I remember I was saying take as many voice acting classes as you can, get a good demo reel, and if you guys go online to wherever you live onto the SAG website, you'll be able to get reputable classes and places to make demo reels, and don't go into a studio and make a demo before you're really ready, because a lot of voice acting, like other acting, is confidence. Even if you don't have it, you gotta fake it, you gotta get in there and be ready. So if you're not ready, you might not get another chance. So you want to feel like really polished and ready to go before you get in that studio.
Thank you.
Welcome. Good luck.
Hi. My name is Brian, and I've been dreaming about this moment for like a few years. You know, just seeing like my idol and voice.
What happens in the dream? Do I fly around? Do we have a thing?
You're fine.
Just trying to fulfill the fantasy.
I'm curious to know, like, are there any rituals that you do before getting into a character? I mean, not just Twilight Sparkle, but like anybody you voice.
Rituals? Not really. Once I'm in there, I'm kind of in the moment, but not really. I'd say maybe the most ritualistic would be Baby Dill, because my scripts would be really wet, and I'd be like acting out these things that a baby would do, because all of his lines were like in the stage directions. It was like, you know, Baby Dill grabs Tommy's toy, throws up, hiccups, laughs. So I'd be like, by the end, there's like spit all over.
Oh my God.
Maybe that.
Oh, thank you, Your Majesty. You're welcome.
What was the most embarrassing thing that happened to you while voice acting?
Think about that for a second. It's the most embarrassing thing that happened to me. I think years ago I was doing Spider-Man with Lisa Loeb, and I read hors d'oeuvres wrong, and she looked at me like I was an idiot. Maybe that. Like hors d'oeuvres or something. I was like, what? Oh,
Just kidding.
I don't know, I just said it wrong.
Sometimes we say things wrong.
Hi, I just wanted to ask, who is your favorite My Little Pony villain and why?
Well, my favorite My Little Pony villain. I would have said Discord, simply he's not so villainous anymore, but I do love that character. I think it's a brilliant character. Who's your favorite villain?
Queen Chrysalis.
That's a good one. Yeah, I approve of this message.
Thank you.
That was creepy.
Hi, Tara. I was wondering if you could say hi to our friend Crystal over at California for us.
Oh, hi to Crystal at California.
Crystal Kritsun, bluish wig.
Is she here?
No.
Oh. She's in California.
Couldn't make it, but she's a good friend of ours, and I wanted you to say hello.
Hello to Crystal. As Twilight?
That's Twilight.
Hi, Crystal. This is Twilight. Are you in California? Did I say that right? Okay.
If you had 3 wishes,